Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to do all the good stuff, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want. I don't care. I wanted to do this video. I've been wanting to do it for a little while, but I want to do it fair, and I think I've got everything down. I do want to say I'm not going to be sharing videos. You all know where videos are in this. You all know where to look. I'm not going to be putting images up of anybody. Just, again, you know where everyone is, you know where everyone to look. But I really want to do this Katie versus Unirock thing. There's a few things that stands out for me, in my opinion, that makes me question stuff. So I just sort of want to put my opinion out, and it is just my opinion. It's not fact-based, you know, it's not, you know, you all know where to find the facts if you want to go and find them, or you want to go and see her side, his side, and then figure out the truth somewhere along the lines. That's absolutely fine. But I just, you know, there's a few things that are kind of annoying me and bothering me, so I thought I would put a video together. So I'm going to start sort of from the beginning-ish. I'm going to miss out a load of in the in-between because it's irrelevant. But at the beginning, we all know how this started with the whole Uni and Katie saga. Uni went all hell's blazing for Steve. Steve was against Katie. We all know that. We all know the story behind that. I'm not going to go into that, but that's where it all came from. He went off on it. If you look back at the videos, you know, he took in all the Kool-Aid. He was, yeah, Katie did this, Katie did that, Katie took her channel down, Katie did this, Katie said these awful things. And, you know, he went low as well back in the day. If you go back and look at those videos, he went low. Like, he did. He said some nasty things just as much as Steve did. Somewhere, I think it was sort of 6-8 weeks maybe after. It could have been a little bit longer. I'm shit with time. You all know that. Somewhere after, he did a criticism video of Steve, thinking, you know, we're friends, it'll be okay. No, we all know better. We don't criticize Steve. He doesn't like it. Don't do it. Anyhow, Steve then went on his channel, did a complete, like, Unirock's a piece of shit. He said some nasty things about his service in the army, which, just as an FYI, I don't agree with. It's really bad to say something like that about that. I'm not for that. And then somewhere between that, and then all of a sudden he was all for Katie. Now, bearing in mind, you know, if he had not fallen out with Steve, that is one of my questions. Would he have gone all hell's blazing, sticking up for Katie? Is a question, you know? It is a question. And another question, did he reach out to Katie, or did he do his usual, I'm too important to reach out to anybody, I don't talk to anybody, not even people who pay me, I don't have any communication with these people that are lower than me, I'll get my mods to do it for me. I'd like to know that as well, because that kind of is an interest. So we all know he got together with Katie, believed everything that Katie said. Now, again, I'm not saying that Katie lied or anything. What I have said, and she knows this, you know, is she trying better now? Abso-fucking-lutely. But she knows this, you know, she did the same stuff back last year to the same all through the year. You know, she doesn't take criticism well. She knows that. She is trying to work on that, and I commend her for trying to work on that. But she hasn't changed during that time. Do you know what I mean? She's still snappy with people. She was still all these things. But I don't think that's, you know, Uni wants to take that as a Katie problem. No, Uni, that's a you problem. Purely is because you chose to ignore anything and everything anyone ever told you about Katie. And I'm sorry, dude. You have a tiny channel. In the bigger scale of things, you have a tiny channel. You cannot tell me you're too big or too busy to go and do your own damn research, or to go and watch a video and see for yourself if Katie said something or if Katie done something. And anyone who truly, genuinely believes that is insane. Like, truly insane. You really think a man that's got, what, under 20,000 subscribers has no time because he's just so busy editing and doing his YouTube? And come on, guys, seriously. Anyway, my point is that he chose to ignore any bad behavior via Katie. He chose to ignore it. And why did he chose to ignore it? Because he was getting money. He was getting her subs. He was getting her members. You know, people who were members of Katie were also becoming members of Uni, because in their eyes, they were like, oh my God, this guy is amazing. He's sticking up for Katie. He's doing all these things. I can put my hand on my heart, and I truly believe, and again, this is just my opinion, that if it wasn't for him and Steve having that falling out, it wasn't about, I'm standing up for this woman because, you know, what happened was completely wrong and everyone treated her so badly. It wasn't about that at all. It was about to piss Steve off. That's truly what it was. And if he is, you know, I'm sure as a man, he'll admit that. He'd admit it. If he was a man, he would be like, fuck yeah. Whether that got to that point or not afterwards, again, I don't know. Do I think that Katie was any different when he first started white knighting for her, as they say, to say now? Yeah, actually, she's got better. She hasn't got worse. So that just makes Uni look like a damn liar. He wanted to find something, you know, he needed her for this time. He'd got everything he possibly could from it. If you look at his views when he is not talking about Katie, I think they speak for themselves. These are his views from 1 year ago. You can see he's sometimes getting up to the 1-1. Not really. These are his views from a week and 2 weeks ago that has no Katie Joy in the title. It's not about Katie Joy. It's not about Without a Crystal Ball or Steve or anybody. You can see his views are not much better than mine. You add Katie Joy into this scenario and oh look, boom, 10k, 7k, 13k. That's from a month ago. You can't tell me that he's not and realizing he's a smart guy. Like you can bet your ass he thought about this and he realizes that shit, I've screwed myself over by not going with Katie and being like, oh my God, shit. And you could see it, you know, you can see it in the number. Like, as you just saw them with all the views and stuff. And this one, out of all of them, like, really annoyed me more than anything is this had absolutely nothing to do with Crystal Ball. Like, nothing. This video was the most random thing, but yet he put her face in there. Or when they spilt water, he'd put his face in the water. For what? There's only one reason that he did that. And it was just to be able to put her name in the title so that he would get those views. That 1.9 views, do you think he would have got that on this video if it wasn't for putting her name in the title? Do you? Because I don't. If you look at all of his other ones, it doesn't add up. Why would you need? Why? There's no need for it. He did this just so that he could put the name in the title, just so that he could up on his views. That was so petty and so bitchy. I'd expect a teenage girl to do that, not a grown-ass man. See, you know, the numbers really don't lie. But I just sort of go back now. This is what kind of got me, okay? If you go back and look at the last couple of weeks before the, you know, the incident in Discord that was, you know, required 6 million bloody streams, IG streams, Twitter streams, both channel, you know where I'm going with this, okay? Before that, you could see, soon as he'd gone on to that Oggy FC, I think his name is, you could see from there that he had absolutely no intention of sticking around and helping Katie or whatever. He knew he had to. He is so desperate to be part of that crowd. And I don't blame him, like, I really don't. He's trying to be a businessman. He's trying to get the views, the subs, the members. And I get it to some degree. I really do. I get it. He thinks, you know, if it didn't work for him, love him, but he did try. He wanted to, you know, get in with the quote unquote, you know, cool kids. He wanted to get in with Oggy and Shannon, I think her name is, Creepshow, whatever her name is. You know, and a few of the mean girls on there. He wanted to be part of that. What kind of turned it around, you know, dude, they think you're a joke. And I don't mean that to be nasty. I really don't. Like, I don't hate you. I really don't hate you. I don't even dislike you. They just think you're a joke. And unfortunately, many people do now because of, like, you flip-flopped so quick when it was perfectly clear that, in fact, you know, even like people who don't like Katie have actually seen that she is trying to be better and do better. You know, she put information in there? Yes. But you said yourself, Uni stipulated, oh, well, she didn't dox, she put information, public information. Oh, but it was a dox. No, it wasn't. Oh, yes, it was. No, it wasn't. I can't remember. Anyway, I knew as soon as he got off that Oggy stream, I literally said to a few people in the community, you wait and see. He is going to drop her as quickly as humanly possible. He is going to find a way to come out of this looking good, looking like the good guy, to try and get in with those, the mean kids. He wants to be in with them so badly, you know. And I think the fact that, you know, he couldn't quite say, oh, well, it was a dox, it was personal information from her Twitter, oh, well, he couldn't make up his mind, you know. It was a lot. Yeah, I don't know, could they be right? Of course they could they be wrong? Of course they could. I don't know any of them on that sort of level, so I'm not going to say either way. I'm just saying what has been put out there. So according to Uni's ex-mods, Katie has put stuff like that in Discord before. According to these people, they have said on a number of occasions, you know, Katie has done this, or Katie has done that, or Katie has done this. Do I believe it all? No. Is it possible? Of course. But on the same token, there's no smoke without fire. Did Katie possibly put something in there that was already on Twitter? Yeah, which is probably what she did again from what she did with Shannon. You know, put the details that was already out and put it in Discord, quite possibly, you know. But on the same token, she did that then, but that was okay via Uni then, because Uni needed her for a few reasons. One, to piss Steve off. Two, because she was bringing in the views. You know, a lot of views was coming in when he was quote unquote white knighting defending her. and a lot of her subs were becoming members to his channel. So he, you know, he was gaining all around on that one. Again, I don't know the truth. I don't. You know, to be fair, I don't really care, if I'm honest with you. Could Katie have done it? Sure. Could the ex-mods be mad about something and just making shit come out of their ass? Of course. But could Uni be lying? Yeah. Like, of course. Because he could have gone and seen any single thing. Like, just for an example, okay? He wanted to, when he stopped, quote-unquote, being friends with Katie, he said and used, oh, well, you called a kid a brat, okay? Now, I spoke about this when it happened. Did she? Yes. Was it intended like that? I don't believe it was. Did she say it? Fuck yes, she did, okay? What happened, I was watching that live. Somebody in the live had said she read it and literally ran with it. She didn't put her brain into gear. She didn't, you know, think anything. But Uni can't use that like months after when he defended her about that, you know. If you're going to take someone's word, which is what he said he'd done, I can't, guys, seriously. You're saying that you took her word for it. You haven't got 5 minutes to go and watch a video. This is my point with Unirock, you know. He's got, what, 17,000 subs. He acts like he's got like 6 million subs and he just has not got time, you know. He hasn't got time to talk to anybody. He hasn't got time for communicating with members, or, you know, I was a member for 6 months on that channel. 6 months. I paid $4.99 every single month. I never had one communication with him. I never even, like, if I wrote something like under a video, I never even got like a heart from him or a comment back. Do you realize how bad that is? Like, that blows my damn mind. Like, honest to God. I'm paying you $4.99 to interact with you and become a member of your channel and try and support you. And you can't even go and, like, heart comments? I don't understand that. You're not that busy, dude. Like, you've got a tiny little channel in the grand scheme of YouTube. You know, I might only be a tadpole, but you're not much further. Just saying. So, since he found a way to sort of, you know, or what he thinks was the perfect reason to boot Katie, which, you know, is fine. He has every right to. I think I would have had just more respect as if he just said, like, dude, like, I can't support you anymore. It's hard work, or, you know, I'm getting hate for you, you know, whatever. I think I would have been like, yeah, okay, I get it. I think the making a huge deal out of something, I think that's what got me more than him not wanting to support her anymore. I would have just been like, yeah, I get it. It's hard work. You get hate for just liking someone or not hating. I just honestly think a lot more people would have had that respect for him more if he had just been honest and just been like, listen, you know, it's just too hard. I'm getting too much hassle. I'm getting too much hate. You know, or whatever way he could have worded it, he could have done so much better, you know, than what he did. And just like since what he has done since that time, I think just makes him look so much like a petty Betty and a childish, I can't even think of a word. I don't want to sound like I'm being like mean to him. I'm just frustrated that he did it so underhanded and so sly that he wanted people to get the hate train on Katie so that he could try and get those people to like him who hate Katie, where in reality I bet if we went into his live, there'd be, what, maybe a handful, if that, of the true quote-unquote hate Katie tribe. I don't know, guys. I just think what he's done since then has just made him look really small, really, you know, it's not something I would expect a bloke to do, but that's just me. I honestly think he thought that if he sort of did the whole screw KJ, he would then get everyone who hated KJ or like the creep show art. You know, he came in on that white knight in, you know, on this white horse being, I helped you, creep show, look what I did for you, creep show. You know, it clearly never worked. They really don't like him very much at all, to the point that she wouldn't even mention his name in the last video. But he desperately wants to be like her, even to the point on his last video he was like drawing whilst talking, or computer drawing, whatever you want to freaking call it. You know, I was just like, are you seriously trying to do this right now? It was bizarre. Then he started on, okay, so, you know, creep show isn't gonna show me love or give me shout outs, and also now what can I do? I know I'll, you know, get back in with Nate Brody, which he did, and you know, try and get in with the Nate Brody, Emily Baker, I think her name is, crowd, you know, and hope to get them people, you know. If you think about it, even if like out of 10 people, one person stays or 2 people stay, you know, for Uni, that's a win. For his channel, that's a win. You know, like I said, this is just my opinion. This isn't, you know, me doing the whole like, yep, this is all factual. You know, this is how it is. This is how it works. And it just really isn't that. It's just, if you look, he seems to go from person to person to person to person, to the point that most people in the community, and you know, he's not in quote unquote my community, not that I have a community, but you know what I mean, the tea community, he's not in that. I don't actually know where he fits, in what community he fits into, because the people like Argy, Creepshow Art, all of those kind of people generally don't like him. They think he's, you know, a bit of a parasite. Then, you know, he fitted quite well in the tea when he was standing up for Katie. He's not doing that now. The problem is the people that don't like Katie, the true, you know, the true haters. I don't mean just people who criticize her, you know, I mean the true haters of Katie don't like him because they see straight through him. They see, you know, like, dude, you were literally just like bashing us just a few weeks ago. So, do you know what I mean? It's super hard for me to get the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie, it confuses me. You know, the whole, you know, to Uni Rach, the message just, I don't know. What was it? It was something like, don't worry, he's not mad at you, trust him, it'll all work out like in December. That still plays heavy, I must admit. Like, why why would she say that? Like, was this a game for him to try and get subs from a different community? Was this him? I don't know. I honestly don't know. That I think there's so many questions unanswered, and for somebody like Uni, who, you know, I liked him because of how he was, the fact that he wanted all the evidence and all the proof, and to the point where if it concerns him, he's like, screw you, you know? Like, why did it take him so long to show that Katie Joy had reported something? It's all just too much, no? It's all too much for me. I don't know. it just, am I being like one of these like conspiracy theorists now that's like, I just don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't care. It's just crazy to me. I'm sorry, but it is like the whole, don't worry, it'll work out like in December. There's something not right about that. And him just saying something about it for literally like 2 seconds, I don't feel is enough. Like, what did she mean by it will work out like it did in December? So you had a plan. What was your plan? That's what I wanted to know. I feel that it's just, there's a whole heap of lies going on. Since obviously he worked out a way of getting out of the whole friendship, he's tried to put it down as Katie doing the Duggars is the same as other people doing streams about her. In what world? In what world is drama, commentary, whatever it is, community talking about TV shows, i.e. Teen Mum, Duggars, 90 Day Fiancé, Housewife, is the same as talking about a YouTuber? It's not the same. It isn't. Now, could you say her doing stuff about Tati? Yeah, that's the same. But her doing stuff about the Duggars? No, it's not the same. You go and look. Like, I literally did a 2-second. I went onto YouTube, wrote in Duggars. A minimum 6-7 different creators popped up. And I went and looked. And every single one of them had millions of videos on the Duggars. Go to Sherelle. She has 1 million videos on Housewives or 90 Day Fiancé, or, these are TV shows. That's what people want. People want to hear the behind the scenes shit that's going on TV shows. It's not the same. And how you can possibly put that into your head as the same, I don't know. I think it's just something else for you to just grasp at straws at. I think it's crazy. At least make it make sense, because at the moment it really, really doesn't make sense. But I just wanted to add that bit just purely because it's insane. It's insanity to think that the Duggars and Katie Joy are the same. Is no, just no. Final thoughts on these? To be honest, I don't know. I think Unirock wanted out. I wish she had just been more man about it and just say, listen, Katie, it's getting too much for me to keep sticking up for you, and walked away like a man rather than trying to cause issues, which I believe he did for the drama. I truly believe that, and of course that's only my opinion, however many times I've got to say that, but I'll carry on saying it. Katie, did she put something in there? Yep. Was it what Uni tried to make out it was at the end? No. Because if you hear the what was he doing? What's the thing called that he does on Twitter? We're live on Twitter. If you listen to those, he'll say 1 minute he says the word, the doxing, then he'll say no, it was just private data. No, it was doxing. No, it was private data. Even he couldn't make up his mind about it, which one it was. And again, the text message or DM message, whatever it was, to Katie saying, don't worry, this will all work out, don't worry about it. He's not mad at you. He's just, this is all planned. We've got a plan. Like, don't worry about it. Because that's how certainly it came across. Do I think that there was need for it? Nope. But again, he does. He likes doing this. He honestly seems to enjoy having someone to talk about that he can cut it down. But when it comes to himself, I wish that I would feel differently if he cut down what was going through his head why he did what he did and why he said what he said, because it just came out like, I'm just going to be a little bitchy bitch. That's how it came across. And I hate to say that, because I was a 6-month member. I literally only just cancelled my membership with Uni. And it was mainly because I would get annoyed. Like, he wouldn't even, to not even interact. Like, you're not that busy, dude. Seriously. Your channel has like 17,000 people. You're too busy that you won't even like put a heart on somebody who's a member. Like, I don't like that. I'm sorry, I don't. What am I getting to be a member just so that I can watch your streams? Because you barely interact. Barely. That, you know, that's a barely. You criticize Katie for being like she is with her members and subs. At least she tries. You don't. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. I know that. I know other people have said, yeah, I cancelled mine for the same reason. You know, we don't even get invited into like the other Discord, let alone your one. And then your subs, your mods, you know, that you won't even talk to somebody that, dude, like, are you really, really that thing that you think that you are that much higher than anybody else, that you haven't got time or the inkling to talk to other people? That annoys me as well. But again, this is just my opinions. This is just my views. It isn't a big deal. It's not a huge thing. It's just my opinion. It's just what I think. Hence why I stopped my membership with Uni. I was paying $4.99 a month and I didn't even get a thank you for becoming a member. I genuinely didn't. I just think that's pretty sad. Like, anybody that's a member on my channel, I'm so freaking grateful. Like, I'm so grateful. It's absolutely like, oh my God, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for your support. You know, he doesn't. And I get that he just wants to build his channel. And I think he thought that Katie was his right to do that. He got all he could out of that. Then he moved on, hoping that, like, he was going to come in on this white horse and Creepshow would, you know, be, oh my God, you're so amazing. I love you. It didn't work. But that's the end of the video. I hope I made some sense. You know, again, it's just my opinion. I don't hate anybody. Don't spread hate to anybody. This is just my view and my take on it. I'm sure I got some things misinterpreted, or I'm sure I got some things wrong. As I said, this is just my thoughts. It's not factual. It's just how I took things. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.